up, Tony?
Moe C.
How you feeling?
Right back in the building.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling, man?
Good.
It's good to have you back in Miami, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
For real.
It's beautiful out here.
Boy, back and forth a lot from Detroit to Miami, man.
Crazy view down here.
It's crazy, bro. We never really told people the story on how we both came out here, bro.
Yeah.
You want me to tell it or you want to tell it?
You go for it,
I'll
man.
tell you. So the only reason I live in Miami currently is because me and you, we came all the way from Detroit and we were working. Actually, I want to bring that back. The only reason me and you came here to Miami was because we were working at UWM.
Yeah.
And we both were like, hey, bro, you trying to go to Miami? Because it was COVID. Everything shut down. We're like, all right, let's switch up the vibe. You know, we're working from home. Like, why not?
Yeah.
So we just picked everything up, bro. We took my truck and we just drove all the way out here, man. And that was...
Bro, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I never really met somebody that can, like, fit my vibe, my work ethic, my hustle. This guy right here did. So we worked at this corporate company, and I was never about corporate. I just wanted to test it out. It was COVID. The only thing that was booming was mortgages.
Yeah.
So we're always top notch. So we picked the #1 wholesale lender in the nation to work for, which is good.
Yeah.
But I was working there, and then me and Charles kind of clicked heavily. He was already advanced, though. He was in the game for like a couple more years than I was. I was starting off fresh. Clicked with him, and then I remember it was COVID and people were going back to work from home remote.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? You want to come down with me to Miami? I just threw it out there. I was like, there's no way he's going to say yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm down. I was like, you serious? He was like, yeah. I'm like, damn, this guy's crazy. Finally found someone crazy as me. So I was like, okay, perfect. Let's go down. He's like, when are you trying to go? I'm like, tomorrow. He's like, what do you mean tomorrow? Like, I was like, I'm down. I was like, no, you're not. I was like, I'm going to keep testing this guy, see if he's actually crazy. So we ended up going like 5 days later, literally. 5 days later, came in his Ram, put all the stuff in the pickup truck and drove it down there one shot.
Yeah.
Man, and I was still training at that company, so I wasn't even making any money. It was a big risk for me. But I knew I was gonna make it, man. I was like, my dream was to always move down here, and I knew I was gonna make it. Went down here, and the rest was magic.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just crazy because a lot of people won't take that risk of leaving their hometown, what they're comfortable with.
Yup.
Family, friends, everything, and just driving all the way to Miami, bro.
No, that's true, most definitely.
Yeah, that's one thing that we did. We wanted to take that leap. We wanted to try out a different vibe, and that's one thing I recommend too for people in their youth is like try different things. Like get out of your comfort zone, leave your small town, your small-minded, friends and family sometimes, right? And experience something new.
Most definitely. I mean, you kind of have to go against the grain too, because you're always gonna have your family and your parents kind of going against it. But now, I mean, I remember when I first moved, like my parents were a little, husty about it. But down the line, I can even see it in my mom's eyes and my dad's eyes. They're proud of me. Like it shaped me into the man that I am.
Yep.
And it really changed me. It changed my character. It changed my work ethic. Changed my believable boundaries. I believe a lot more than I did when I was back home. You know, everything's so secluded. You're like in this bubble. But when you come down here, so you got people from all over the world. You got people from Spain, from Italy, from Colombia, wherever the hell it is, man. They come down to Miami, and it's just very diverse here, which I loved about it. Which you kind of meet the richest people around the world that come down to one of the greatest cities in the world, not just America. So
that's real, man. And it's crazy because I just started a community. It's called Walker Wealth Community. And it's all about wealth, right? And the premise of it is obviously put your last name in front of that. So it would be, Choucair Wealth. My bad, I'm butchering
your name. You're good. It's French. It's hard to pronounce. Yeah, Choucair. Shaquille.
Right, for real. But the premise is to change it. My last name, obviously, put your last name in. It's all about building wealth. And the reason for bringing that up is because I didn't really understand what real wealth was until I put myself in a situation to be in Miami. Yeah. Right? Like you said, we're in this little bubble when we have our hometowns. You're right. And I came to Miami, I'm like, oh, this is real. This is real money out here, right?
And being people making, millions a month, 100K days. It's like, down there, people are aiming for that 10K months. Yeah. I'm not talking about money. It's not about the money at the end of the day. It's about, obviously, there's just
it's about opportunity.
The opportunity, exactly. Yeah. It's not about the money. You never want to chase the money. And that's one thing that I liked back in the day. I used to always chase money. And then it would always run away from me. That's when I was young, like 16, 17. I was chasing the wrong thing. And then I started chasing more of like my passion and my why, and why I want to do this and what I actually love. But I also subconsciously thought about the big picture, right? How the money's just gonna come in, right? And money just kind of like got pushed to the side, but it was more like goals, like crush this goal, crush that goal, crush this goal. But in the back of my mind, instead of me like aiming, aiming for the top of the building, I was aiming for the sky, then I was aiming for the stars, and shooting for the moon. You know, I was keep on leveling up, and moving down here really changed my whole perspective on life.
Yeah.
When it comes down to work, lifestyle, everything.
Yeah, that's real. You brought up a great point, bro, because I interview a lot of people, man, a lot of millionaires. You know, some people may be on their way to $1 billion, right? Who knows? But the biggest thing that a lot of them tell me is find your real passion, find something that you love, and then figure out a way to make it make money for you.
Exactly.
And it sounds like that's what you did.
I kind of just forgot about the money completely. You know, like even me moving down here, I was focused on the vision. Like, you know, like I have a plan of what I want to do. I want to start my marketing agency and take it to the next level.
Right.
How am I going to take it to the next level? By being in the next level spot, which was Miami. So it was like I kind of blocked out all the money. Like I remember how much I was making, man, when I first moved down here. It was like no money at all. Like we were tight. I couldn't go out. I remember like I'd go play at the basketball courts. I meet a lot of people. Tell me they're going out to dinner here, going there. And it was like kind of like, man, I wish I can go, but I can't. Yeah. But then I was like chasing, like, okay, like now I have to go. I'm surrounding myself with these type of people. I'm gonna have to make it. And the rest was just history, man.
It forces you to make it.
It does. It does. Well, you got to believe though. You can't just like, you know, be surrounding people and just not believe in yourself. Yeah. You know, it's all about believing in yourself and believing in what you're doing. And the rest just follows, man. The money just comes. Right. Like, yeah, even if you ask me right now, like, oh, well, how much you make last month? How much you make last year? I told you this before. Like, I don't even know. I don't count numbers. Yeah. And it's kind of weird to say. It's a good thing and a bad thing. You know, obviously, if you want to be driven by like the analytics and the growth. But for me, it's like I just have to know that I'm getting better than I was last month. Right. You know, than I was 2 months ago. Every day I'm just getting better and better, and I know the rest will follow. People kind of chase the financial growth. I kind of chase the growth of getting better with my business, with myself, with my passion, with my whys, and just taking it from there. Yeah. Because I just noticed the trend, man, just kind of follows and follows. And the more you chase something in life, it's like anything, man. You chase, you know, woman, they're gonna run away from you. You know, you're chasing the money that's gonna run away from you.
So you said he chases it and it runs away from you, man. That's a powerful analogy too, because like you think of like a rabbit or like cat and mouse. It's like Jason's gonna run away from you. It's not just gonna be like, you know. Yeah. So,
no, that's facts.
Yeah.
So you just want to be like, you know, just want to attract, man. Just let everything kind of come your way, but you got to believe in it at the same time. So
right. So I know you read Think and Grow Rich, right, by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, I did a while back though. That's one of the books you got to read at least once a year.
Yeah. What's one of the biggest takeaways that you have maybe at the top of your mind that
from that book
that you took away from that book personally?
Subconscious mind, man. Like going to sleep and just before bed. Like I remember one of the paragraphs in that book was stating how before you go to bed, you want to think about who you want to be. And then you kind of take that in and just like realize like, okay, like 5 years from now, you're envisioning yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And it kind of just happens, man. And it's weird. And the thing is, most people kind of get discouraged because sometimes their plan is like, next year I want to do this. Yeah. Like for me, it's like I envision myself doing something next year or the year after, but I envisioned it and believed in it so much that I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when. So now it's like I envision it, but I leave it up to God's timing. Because God's one of the, you know, he's a better planner than I am. You know, he's a better planner than you are. He's the best of planners. So I believe that as long as you envision it, it's going to come at a way better time than you believe it will. So if you're envisioning something in 1 year and you get discouraged, say, oh, it's not coming my way. Like some people kind of have that negative mindset. It's not coming my way. I believed in this. It's not on the right timeline. No, man, nothing's going to happen. You're not guaranteed anything in life, not even your plans. But I will guarantee you that if you believe in something, it will come your way. Whether it's 1 year from now, 2, 3, but it's going to come. Yeah. Same analogy with the suit store that I was telling you about. My dream was to always start my own brand and start my own suit store. That's true. You know, and I planned on doing it at 22 years old. You know, here I am, 25 years, and it's finally kind of coming into play. So, it's coming in perfect timing too. Yeah. Because I never would have got to experience the Miami life and all that because I would have been locked in one spot, and life would have been completely different. Right. So I just want to thank God, man, honestly, for all the blessings that just gave me and the route that he put in direction for me.
That's real. I love that point you made, man. It's like God's timing is always perfect, right? We always want things on our time, and God, if you can just do this for me next month or next year, this is going to be a big year for me. It's like, no, God knows what he's doing. He's up there cooking, right? If you believe, like you said, have faith, and that's really the main reason why I brought up Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, right? Because it all stems from your faith. Yeah, it's one of the big things he talks about, right? That's true. Your faith in what you believe, what things are you telling yourself on a day-to-day basis, right? If you're saying all negative thoughts, that's what you're going to get. If you 100%. Walk through life with a pessimistic mindset, you're going to have a bunch of bad things happening, right? Because you're already you're already, you know, programmed that way.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I love that point that you brought up about subconscious.
Yeah.
That's strong, man, because we don't even understand sometimes. It's not even sometimes like conscious thoughts that we're telling ourselves. It's a lot of subconscious things that will just already kind of kill the dream before it even.
Yeah. I mean, what's that one saying though? Those who change the world are the ones that are crazy enough to think that they can. I think it was like an Apple commercial way back in the day. But yeah, it's like as corny as it sounds, but the people that are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that can, and that's your subconscious telling you that you can change the world.
Right.
So I definitely believe in the faith. I believe in subconscious. I believe in all that, subconscious thinking, all of that, and that's what separates like the 1% of people versus the other 99 is that they're kind of worried about failing.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone the other day. He told me like my biggest problem is I think I'm gonna fail. I think I'm a failure. I think this, like it was just negative after negative. He was like, I feel like I have the worst luck. So for example, you know, like you break your leg, you roll your ankle. I remember playing basketball, like I used to roll my ankle back in the day. I'm like, man, like why does this happen to me? But now, I hope to God this never happens, but like if anything like that happens, I get into an injury, I'm like, all right, that's part of God's plan.
Yeah.
You know, he's taking me a different route.